All right, guys, we are back here, and we should be going live again here on DE Inferno. Going to be the second of what could potentially be 3 maps if Complexity wins Inferno, so we'll have to see. Once again, going to do the rosters. The teams, for Team 3D, we have Sal Garozzo, Volcano, Ronald Kim, that's Rambo, Kyle K. Sharp Miller, Josh Dominator Sievers, and Mikey Method So. For Team Complexity, we have Matt Warden Dickens, Tyler Stormwood, Corey Tripp Dodd, Derek Exodus Heidinger, and Danny Fraud Montana. So we are going to go live here in just a moment. Team 3D versus Complexity, the second map. Team 3D taking the first map, 16-12. A very close match, well played by both teams, and we're going to see how Complexity can do for the second map. So right now we are waiting for them to go live. Complexity needs this second map, needs to win it to stay in, and Team 3D, if they win, they will be Team USA for WCG 2005. So we're just waiting now to see who will win this and whether we will go live. And let me take a look right now. I believe we are live, so I'm going to go ahead and go right into the shoutcasting. Looks like Team 3D has won the pistol round. They are starting out on the terrorist side. The counter-terrorist side will be Team Complexity. So Complexity will, this map is generally a little bit CT-sided. It's a pretty even map. Inferno is pretty much one of the most even maps of any of the maps that are played in competitive Counter-Strike. So here comes Team 3D up Banana. K-Sharp going to open up with a kill onto Exodus. And looks like Warden's going to be the only one inside. Method going to get killed by him. Garozzo replying onto Warden. Going to be 4 members now of Team 3D hanging out in the B bomb site. Garozzo in back halls. Kim going to be inside. K-Sharp and Sievers in back of site. We're going to have Fraud, Trip, and Storm hanging out over by the netted bomb site. They're going to go ahead and save their guns out. They have some deagles. They may set up for some exit kills to try and get themselves some more money. So it looks like Team 3D going to go ahead and take that second eco round, which is pretty typical for them right now. So we're going to see right now, going into the third round, Complexity really needs this first gun round, which will be the 4th round, and Complexity absolutely needs to win this map to win. If they lose this map, they will lose the tournament, and that will be the game. So Sievers getting taken down by Fraud. That's going to be a good exit kill. Garozzo going to take down Fraud as well. So right now, let's see what Complexity, they're not going to buy anything at all. They're going to completely save this round. And let's take a look right now at what Team 3D will do in their second eco round. It's generally these 2 eco rounds, these 2 eco or save rounds. Sorry, eco round. Let me tell you guys who may not know, an eco round is a round where the first team won the pistol round, and so the other team is forced to save for 2 rounds because they can't afford to buy any decent guns. So they save for 2 rounds, and then the third round everybody buys guns, so it's back on an even playing field. All right, Kim and Rambo going to open up with a shot there onto Warden. That is in Banana. Let's see, looks like Team 3D going to make their way up Banana right now. Method is there, Kim 2, Garozzo, that's Volcano, going to be hanging out at the bottom of B. K-Sharp opening up, taking a shot up middle onto Trip. Going to be all 5 members of Team 3D now heading over to the A site. The last 3 members of Team Complexity, however, going to be at the B site. That's Fraud, Exodus, and Storm. Here goes Team 3D essentially walking in to the A netted bomb site unchallenged. As looks like we're going to get that bomb planted. That's Volcano getting the bomb down. Fraud, Exodus, and Storm going to be left scratching their heads at the bottom of Banana, and Method going to get quite a deagle shot there onto Fraud. And it looks like Exodus and Storm will go ahead and save whatever guns they have or set up for some exit kills. Looks like Storm might have a gun, so he may save that. And it looks like Exodus will set up for an exit kill. Let me go ahead and take a look at him. He's sitting at the bottom of middle, set up for an exit kill. Looks like Sievers is heading his way. Maybe he'll get a shot off onto him. No, he won't. The bomb should go off fairly soon, giving Exodus not much to work with here. So it looks next round will be the crucial round for Team Complexity. Exodus going to get taken down at the end of the round there by Sievers, and the bomb should still go off. And this round will be the first gun round for both teams. So this round, really a crucial round to Complexity right now. Complexity needs to win this round to start picking up some momentum. 3D won the last map, and Complexity was really looking down in the dumps for the last map, and even though it ended up being close 16-12, Complexity is really a mental downer for the #1 team in the world to lose a map such as Train, which is generally referred to as one of their best maps. So right now they need to step it up. They need to make this a close game, and we'll see how they can do that. Let's take a look at the complexity setup. We have Warden and Exodus playing that B site. Frog going to be offing in middle. Trip going to be hanging out in the A site, and Storm's going to be in the pit. Looks like 3D is going to be making their way over to the A site right now. We have 2 in apartments, 2 coming up right middle. Here comes Severs and Kim around right middle. Storm going to open it up, taking down both Severs and Garozo. Method, Kim, and Miller going to make their way into the site, but Trip going to take down Kim. Fraud coming in with an M4 shot onto Method. K-Sharp going to be the last one left alive, and Frog going to take him down as well. Complexity coming in and winning what was a very crucial round to them, making the score 3-1 overall. And we're going to go ahead and take a quick second right now and do a roster rundown, an inside the game roster rundown. We have Team 3D. For Team 3D, we have Ron Rambo Kim at 6-2. 5-1 is Sal, Volcano, Garozo. Severs, that's Dominator, going to be at 3-2. 3-2 as well as Method and Miller. That's K-Sharp at the bottom at 2-2. Fraud, 4-team Complexity, going to be leading his team even at 3-3. Trip and Storm at 2-2, and bringing up the rear of both Exodus and Warden at 1-3. So we're going to go ahead and follow Team 3D once again. They should have to be forced to save this round. They will have some guns, actually. They will have AK-47s. So they will be buying weapons this round. That's kind of a gamble because if they lose this round, they might be forced to save 2 rounds in a row depending on how the next round goes. Severs now boosting up Kim into the window room. Garozo and So going to be on the staircase here in the apartments. K-Sharp going to be at the bottom of middle. And it looks like we're going to have Kafrad, Trip, and Storm covering that netted A bomb site. Exodus and Warden going to be hanging out in B. So we have Severs and Miller making their way around left-hand middle here. Fraud in the moto pit, trying to peek left-hand middle, left-hand side of middle, looking up from terrorist spawn. Fraud trying to peek onto Severs. Fraud will take him down with the M4A1. K-Sharp trying to peek too, but not stupid enough to look right in the same spot and get taken down just like his teammate did. So K-Sharp going to peek now, make his way around that left-hand side. So and Garozo are pushed all the way up in apartments. They're about to come out here onto the sniper deck. Here they come, dropping into the pit. Storm's going to be right around the corner. Garozo gets a shot off onto Storm. Method takes down Fraud. Trip's going to be on his own in the bomb site. Going to be crucial here. He needs to get some kills. He'll take down one. That's Garozo. Miller finishing off Trip, though, and now Warden and Exodus. It's all on them. K-Sharp coming up clutch there with a shot onto Exodus as Exodus came around the right-hand side of middle. Not very well timed for Exodus. He should have waited for his teammate Warden until Warden was in position. Here comes Warden into the netted A site. He's trying to spam the boxes. He knows one may be in pit, and he's going to get taken down by Method, making the score 4-1. So it is... in the map is really going towards 3D right now. They are picking up some momentum. Complexity needs to try and, as Daryl said earlier, slow the brakes on the 3D train in this instance. So, Daryl, I'm going to hand it straight back over to you.
All right, here we go. 3D up 4-1 after winning the first map, so they're looking in pretty good shape, and maybe Complexity's woes on Inferno will continue. Let's see what 3D does here with offensive round number 6, making their way. Grenades going out towards the middle. Now grenades going out over the B, or the A bomb site hall, and here they go, making the insertion into that bomb site. Beautiful job by Severs and Method clearing it out. And Exodus does get one, but they're going to be in a power play situation, and trying to take this bomb site, being down one man, is pretty much next to impossible at this point in this style of competition. Let's see what Complexity does, making their way into. There's K-Sharp lighting it up. Rambo getting one, and K-Sharp finishing it off. 5-1 in 3D right now. Notoriously slow starters has that momentum, Jeff, and they are just absolutely building it round by round against Complexity.
All right, well, Complexity really needs to stop 3D right now and pick it up. Team 3D rolling into that B-bomb set right now. We need to get some more entry kills. Entry kills are so crucial at this point in time, and we'll see what happens here as Complexity is going to stack that B site, and looks like Complexity is now going to be hanging out there. 3D going to be heading that way. So let's see if this Complexity stack is going to be successful. Here they go. Here comes Team 3D smoking CT spawn. Garozo going to open up with a shot on the Trip. Exodus replies onto Kim. K-Sharp taking out Exodus, but Storm with the USP. 2 USPs. Dropping 2, and although it was an eco round and Complexity lost it, the stack there was effective. They were able to take down 3 members of Team 3D.
You know, one of the great things about this game is, like I said, that money strategy that we always play out. The money strategy here is, you want to know what? Yeah, they lost the round, but they got 3 frags on 3D. So they're making 3D, somebody has to buy these guys guns, whether it's them or another teammate. They're still breaking the money situation either way. 6-1 is the score. 3D opening up a huge 5-round lead. Cole back on a buy round now, so let's take a look and see what Complexity is going to do with this gun round. 3D now making after 2 straight B bomb site pushes, which is the smart thing to do. when you know your team's on an eco is because then you basically have up in front. You don't have to worry about getting picked off that long range, or there's no matter of doubt that you can run into the bomb site and storm it up. Speaking of storming, here comes 3D into the B bomb or A bomb site once again through Banana Hall. Rambo and Volcano starting us off. Bomb's going to get planted, and once again it looks like Cole continuing to struggle now on Inferno, and we should be getting a 7-1 score, Jeff. This is not what anybody thought was going to happen.
No, Cole, as you said, is definitely struggling right now. They're struggling to put up those rounds, and I don't really understand it. I'm going to be honest with you. They've been putting up good numbers all tournaments. They may have been a little bit complacent, but I thought they would have gotten that out of their system when they lost to Itemize. And 3D's coming in here and wrecking them right now. So they're going to go ahead and save out their weapons. And 3D's playing really well right now. They came in up B. They threw the smokes into CT spawn. They got a little boost action in, and we'll see. So we'll have to see. Let's take a look right now at Weather Complexity. I think they were going to be able to drop some guns for their teammates, the two who saved out last round. Yeah, they will. And drop some FAMASs at least. And Complexity really needs to stop and figure out what's going on and fix it. So let's take a look right now. We're going to send Trip, and Warden, and Exodus, all three members of Complexity, over to that B site. They're gonna try and evaluate what's going on. They've done it, and now they're sending extra people to play that B site. They thought maybe A is not our weakness. Maybe we need an extra person over at that B site, and so now they've done it. They're going to play maybe a rotator here. But 3D hitting up the A site this round. We have Garozo and So coming up the apartments. Kim and Miller in right middle. Seaver's going to be there as well, so here they come. 3D about to hit up this A site. Frog going to open up the round with an M4 shot onto Garozo. That was up on the sniper deck. Fraud taking a shot up in there. Here they come. 3D comes around the corner into net at A site. Storm going to work, taking down one. Trip and Storm going to grab another. Going to be just Seavers left alive for Team 3D. Storm going to finish him off, and Complexity will be back in it, making the score 7-2, picking up another round there.
You know, that was a great penetration by 3D. However, as soon as they figured out, Complexity did, that 3D was going to be over there. Early rotation, a good rotation, and even though the initial contact in the site was good, 3D just didn't get the bomb down, and the rotation came over from spawn, and then you basically run into a situation where you have nowhere to go. And that's exactly what happened there. That outside bomb site's pretty easy to rotate over, and once you have all five guys, it's actually a disadvantage because of so many different angles that the CTs can come from to try to re-enter that site than it is for the terrorists there. Fraud picks up frag number 1 here in round number 10 on Rambo, and now Complexity, you know, looks like they're kind of poised to make some sort of a comeback here. But, you know, you got to look at this situation right now. Fraud with a double HE kill there. Look at this situation. 3D has been able to kill some demons at WCG. Last year at the finals, they killed the SK demon for them as far as never beating him, and maybe this will be the opportunity for them to kill the Complexity demon at this point. I don't know. We'll have to see. The score is 7-2. Complexity is up. We are in a 2-on-2 scenario. And let's see what this 3D team can do. Bombs and K-Sharp facing off against Storm and Exodus. The bomb is down, and that's what 3D has to go over right now. Dominator making his way into the outside covered bomb site here, slowly looking around, trying to spot anybody from Complexity he can see. K-Sharp making his way up through the apartments. Looks like they're going to put their main focus on that area here. There's the bomb. It's going to be down right in front of the apartment exit there. Dominator getting an all-important first frag on Exodus. Here's K-Sharp now. He's going to look it up, but Storm on a 2-on-1, clutching it. And that's going to be huge for Complexity. That could start swinging the momentum back around in their favor, Jeff.
Yeah, well, you know, 7-3 is still a pretty dominant score right now. I mean, 3D could still win out first half, and it could still be 12-3. We need to, you know, you need to start winning round after round after round. We saw it a little bit from Complexity at the end of Train, but they really haven't sort of hit their stride right yet, Daryl, in either of these matches that I've seen. I mean, it's all about hitting your stride and really coming up big, and I haven't seen that. You know, like with these two good teams, when we watched Ouch and 3D play yesterday, it was like it was going round by round. You didn't know who was going to win, you know, because it wasn't either team picked up a roll. It was these short little shifts of momentum, because that's what happens when you have two teams that are so evenly matched. Right now, 3D is rolling Cole, and I hate to say it, but it's a 7-3 score right now. 3D's not, you know, losing rounds. They lost the last two, but it's just right now maybe there's a little bit of a momentum shift, but we'll have to see how it keeps going. So 3D opening up the round. That's Method taking down one of the members of Complexity. Let's see who that was. It was Fraud, and it looks like they're going to keep working this A site. They're sending 2 in apartments. One right hand side middle. That's Method with the bomb. Storm going to be in the pit. Kim opening up, taking down Trip as well.
Oh,
Storm
man.
coming up big yet again, taking down Garozo and Miller. Method takes down Storm. Seaver's going to finish off Warden. Method taking down Exodus, the final member of Team Complexity. And the score will be 8-3, and 3D inches ever closer to an extremely dominant first half score.
Yeah, you got to look at that. Interesting there. Method with the AK gets a couple of frags. Once again, doing his job, leading his team. And there it is. Look who's on top right now. The person that everybody kind of shunned off to the side as far as the community goes. And Josh Dominator Sievers. And he's 14-6, leading his team in probably what could be the most important match that this team has played in quite some time. K-Sharp with the HE grenade. Warden with 2 USP frags. That's going to leave a mark as Cole is once again saving. Method will finally pick off Exodus. Method gets 2 in a row, and now Method stepping it up like we know he can. Josh and Method lead the charge into the covered bomb site, the B bomb site here, trying to find any of these Complexity members they can. Josh pulls out the bomb, begins to type in the code, and now it's up to Fraud and Trip on a save round to try to go in there and work that bomb site. Not if Josh has anything to say about it. Seavers picking up the frag on Fraud, and it's now going to be a 1-on-3 scenario for Trip, and let's see what Trip can do. He's going to make his way up the stairs into the apartment area now, and it looks like he's going to wait for some exit kills. Smart move, 9-3, and like you said, domination is definitely the word that I would use, and you want to know, maybe they should change one of those D's to domination, as Seavers picking up the final round, or final frag on Trip, 9-3, and 3D continues to roll this Complexity team.
All right, well, we are looking at a 9-3 score right now in favor of 3D. And we'll have to see how much better it'll get for Complexity, because even if it's a 9-6 score, I think that's enough for 3D to pull this off. I mean, any amount would be enough for 3D to pull this off in the second half. So let's take a look right now, and let's take a look at what Team 3D is going to be doing. Rushing up Banana. They could still fall back, but it looks like they might probably commit to the Banana bombs. Like, yes, they will in fact do so. Here they come, turning that corner, coming up the staircase, smoking CT spawn. Exodus is in the archway. Can he peek and get some kills? And Warden going to get one. He's in the back of sight. Warden, Fraud going to work. Miller, Garozo, Kim all go down. Trip chiming in with one, taking down Seavers. Method going to turn around, take down Warden and Exodus. Can he clutch? No. Trip will finish him off. And Cole will pick up yet another round, making the score 9-4. Now, and Daryl, if Cole comes back and wins these last 2 rounds, do you foresee Cole being able to win the second half? We'll have to see. 9-6 would be a pretty good first half score here. For Team Complexity, I think they could foreseeably come back and win. So, Daryl, why don't you go ahead, and I'm going to hand you this microphone. So here you go.
All right, here we go. Complexity once again making their way, 3D once again making their way over there, setting up their offensive strat. And let's see what they can do with that in this next round. This is round number 14 for 3D's offense. You only got a couple of rounds to go here on DE Inferno for the first half. And right now, 3D wins out 11-4. This game is over with. There is no coming back for this 3D team. Josh 16-7, Method coming in at 15-6, and just kind of pretty much leading the way for Team 3D. Wouldn't you say, Jeff?
Yeah, I would agree. So let's take a look right now. Storm coming up big with the frag there. Fraud as well. 3D trying to make it into the A site right now, and looks like it's not going to happen. Bomb is down in the window room, as looks like Garozo is going to have to make his way over there, but Fraud is covering it quite tightly. Garozo going to peek the corner, taking down Fraud. Going to be Warden and Exodus left. Exodus in the moto pit. Warden going to be trying to get one, but Warden drops a nade there around that corner, taking out Garozo, and we're going to be moving into the last round here. It's going to be very close. 9-6 would make it a very close first half.
Well, the big key to this is if it's 9-6, the more important thing is Cole's built up some momentum. They win this round, they've got momentum heading into the second half, and that's what's important. Question is, can they do it? I'm not too sure. 3D has been able to stop this Complexity momentum pretty much every single time, and that's something that you've noticed about Complexity. What really separates them from the rest of the teams right now isn't so much the fact that they have better strats or they have better skill. It's the fact that they ride the momentum the momentum train, if you will. They're going to 3D is going to work their way into the sand pit now very quickly. Fraud's going to get frag number 1 on Dominator. There goes K-Sharp going to work on Fraud, and it's going to be a 4-on-4 situation. Play now continuing to roll along. And we'll have to see Rambo pulling off another frag on Trip. Has that bomb been planted yet? That's the question. I believe that it has. Volcano pulling out another grenade, throws that off. Method, in the meantime, pulls one off on Warden, and that's it. It's going to be 3D stopping momentum once again, and that is huge. 10-5 heading into the second half. This is a really bad situation for Complexity right now.
Yeah, it is, and Complexity needs to win the pistol round, man. We talk about, as you said the other day, and I'm going to quote you almost directly, the pistol round is not important anymore. Bull. The pistol round is really important right now. It's 3 free rounds, man. Why would you ever scoff at that? You need to have these teams. They don't develop pistol round strats and like they used to, because when it was max rounds 12, that pistol round was so much more important. And so we'll have to see right now what happens. As are we live yet? No, we're not. So what do you think Complexity's chances are right now, man? I would love to see a third map just for the sake of some decent entertainment.
Honestly, at this point, I have to say that, you know, even if we go to the third map, we're going to Dust 2, which is predominantly Complexity's worst map. I think this match is over with. I think either whether it happens here or happens on Dust 2, this one's over with. I think 3D is going to once again move on to the World Cyber Game Grand Finals. And, you know, you got to take a look at their squad. They've been able to do this pretty much consistently every single year. I mean, for the last 3 years, they have been the team representing the U.S. regardless of the odds against them. And it looks like they're going to once again go there this year. Unless a miracle happens right now and Complexity turns this around on this map and then somehow wins on one of their worst maps, I don't see it happening, Jeff.
Well, we'll have to see how it pans out for Team 3D here and for Team Complexity, because this is certainly interesting to see Complexity down and coming in right now as an underdog to second half, and even if they win this, coming in as an underdog for the next map. So, in all honesty, as Dust 2 as Cole's worst map, they would say that their worst map's Inferno, actually. Whether that's their actual worst map statistically, is that what GameSense says?
I haven't really checked out the whole GotFrag GameSense stats to see what indeed is the worst map, but all I know is that they have a history of losing important matches on Dust 2 in important tournaments. Maybe their worst map to them is Inferno, but when you look at the big name tournaments and where they're losing their matches, they don't actually necessarily lose the entire deal, but when they're playing Dust 2 in an important clutch situation, they tend to not be able to bring it to the table.
Well, we'll have to see how it goes. Seaver's calling for the match to go live. We should be going live here any minute. I think we heard some cheers over there, which should mean the match is live, or one of the teams won the pistol round. We are on a delay here in the arena, so the teams are actually ahead of us, so that our commentary does not affect how they play. So the ramifications of 3D winning. What would you say let's just talk hypothetically here for a minute, Daryl. If 3D were to win, what do you think the ramifications would be in the community? I mean, obviously Cole is sort of America's favorite right now, in a sense. I mean, 3D's always been America's favorite in a sense, but Cole is sort of America's favorite in a sense right now, and the #1 ranked team in the world. What do you think the ramifications would be of Cole losing this tournament?
Well, for one, obviously the biggest ramification, in my opinion, is the fact that teammates are going to have to face off at the World Cyber Games, because Shag's playing for EG in the World Cyber Games, if you don't remember that. So, I mean, that's going to be ramifications right there. The next ramifications is, obviously, people are going to have to reevaluate, you know, how they look at Complexity. Is it a situation where they deserve the title that they have? Well, we'll have to see, you know, and we should be getting this match live and away any second, Jeff. This is going to be the biggest pistol round, I think, that we have seen in quite some time, because, like you said, it's 3 free rounds, especially because of the fact that 3D is going to be on the defense. If Cole wins this, they're going to get 3 big, huge rounds to start this. And why don't you go ahead, Jeff, take us away as we start the second half of this DE Inferno map with, of course, 3D up by 1 map already.
All right, well, 3D will be on the counter-terrorist side, Complexity on the terrorist side, and we will be live. So Complexity losing the first half 10-5. They will need this pistol round. It is very crucial to their ability to win this tournament that they win this pistol round right now. We're going to go ahead and see what they do. Boosting front off, he's going to spot middle. in sort of a unique spot. Excuse me, that's Trip getting boosted up. Garozzo and So playing aggressive down banana. This is something we used to see Mikey do when he was in NOA. Kim playing on his own on the B site. Actually, Seaver's going to meet up with him over there. Looks like 3D's hedging their bets on complexity going towards this B site. I'm not sure how many teams go towards B or towards A. I think most teams that tend to work that B site in pistol round. So it looks like Kim dropping a nade down banana, taking down both Trip and Fraud. Warden going to make his way up B. Volcanoes are right around the corner. Warden getting taken down. Storm going to reply with a USB headshot, taking down Garozzo and Kim. Method's going to be right around the corner up here. Seavers in CT spawn. It's going to be back down to a 2 versus 3 situation right now. Exodus and Storm going to turn around and go at middle. They spot K-Sharp. K-Sharp with a headshot onto Exodus. Storm going to take down Miller, and we're going to get a lockdown now onto Tyler Storm Wood. He's going to be making his way, turning around the corner here. He's watching Banana. Looks like Method is pushing down Banana. Storm's going to take him down. Storm has 4 kills so far this round. Can he get the ace for the win for Complexity, making his way up into B? He's got the bomb. He's going to get it planted right now. Seaver's making his way over through CT spawn, over towards that site. He's going to spam it a little bit. He's still got a nade. That's Seaver's with the nade. He's going to make it his way here. He's going to try and come through back hall. He's going to drop that nade, and Storm will take him down. And the score will be 1-0.
Well played indeed by Storm. He picks up, I believe he got the ace.
No, it looks like Trip got 2 kills actually. I thought he did, but
on my scoreboard it says 5-0.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So Storm gets the ace in the pistol round, and that's exactly what Complexity needed. Individual effort, they got it, and now that right there could be a huge momentum shift. Just alone getting the ace. We'll see how 3D comes back from that now as round number 2 is underway. 3D setting up their defense. Of course, they're going to be on the save run, and now you look at that 10-5 score, not so bad, because we should have a 10-8 game unless, 3D can win one of the 2 eco rounds. Complexity beginning to push their way up. They want to work that middle bomb site area. They're going to go up towards the covered site. Fraud leading the way with the Galil, looking into the sniper hut area. Now he's going to make his way over towards the CT spawn area. Play now continuing to roll along. 1 minute and 15 seconds to go here in round number 2. Warden with the MP5 Fraud. Beautiful job covering his teammate. Picking off Method. Volcano and Trip exchange frags, and now we got ourselves a 1-on-4 situation. And Exodus gets it done. Pulling off the last frag. 2-0 favor of Cole.
As I said yesterday, Daryl, not much to say about eco rounds, and that Cole tried to make an assault, on that A side and was able to get it done. 3D playing a little bit passively. They had 3 members, they had 3 or 4 members over that A site, but Complexity taking them out, only losing 1 player in the process, I believe. Yeah, that is right. So it looks like Complexity right now, we're going to take a look at what they are going to do this round. They need to win this round in a dominant fashion, I think, to give them a good note going into the first gun round, and then the first gun round is going to be very, very important. Looks like Complexity now making their way up Banana. We have a 5-man stack in the B bomb site right now for Team 3D. That's Garozzo, Kim, and Miller. Going to have Seavers back by CT spawn, and it looks like Fraud and Trip going to sort of feel it out for Complexity. They're spotting a few inside, I think, and they may decide to fall back on seeing more than 1 member in the site. So here goes Fraud and Trip into the B site. Going to turn that corner. Can they take one down? Fraud's going to drop to Garozzo. Miller and Seavers go to work on Trip and Fraud. And it looks like Warden, Storm, and Exodus is going to fall back. Actually, Warden staying pushed up. Storm throwing a nade and taking down 1. Warden going to get another with the AK-47. Going to be just Kim and Method all the way at the B site right now. And it looks like Storm and Exodus going to head over to the A site to get that bomb down. So let's take a look right now. Looks like we're going to have So and Kim just hanging out in the B site. Bomb has been planted at A, and let's see whether they'll rotate or they'll just save their guns. So Exodus and Storm covering the bomb at that netted site. Warden going to go down over at the B site. That's going to be a gun for them. That's going to mean an AK-47 actually, and they may decide to try and retake. No, they won't. I think they will save their guns. So Daryl, I'm going to head it straight back over to you.
Well, looking at that, 3D played the stack in the A bomb site, and they played it right. But one of the things Cole did is they readjusted, made the adjustment, went back over. However, you still have to look at the fact that 3D was able to come out of the round with 2 guns. Exodus is going to try to go over there, push up, and maybe try to, go commando here and pull off a couple of rounds, but didn't really work out for him. 3D does one of two things there. First of all, they get 3 frags, they stack the site, they force Cole to go back, they pick up 2 guns, and now they're in a situation where they should be able to buy here. Well, obviously they'll be able to buy, but a great stack by 3D, breaking the money situation of Complexity. I really like that from 3D. Although they're going to be in a 10-8 score, I think that right there could have later ramifications in the match. Let's see now what Complexity is going to do in their 4th offensive strat. This is the first full-out gun round. We got Fraud. He's in that banana hallway, and it looks like they want to split over towards the covered bomb site area this time around. We've got, of course, Method and Volcano hanging out in that in the A bomb site. You got Rambo kind of playing both here. K-Sharp also in that library area, and then just poor Josh hanging out in the bomb site by himself right now. Cole hasn't really committed to either site as far as 3D knows, so they're going to have to continue to play it safe. There's a smoke grenade. Now we'll see if Volcano, can they pull Volcano over? Volcano now is going to make his way. Yep, he's going to run back over now quickly as Complexity trying to make the insertion. Nice job, though, by Josh and Rambo getting 2 early entry kills. Warden gets one back, and it's going to be just Fraud left alive, pulling off the awesome op shot there on K-Sharp, continuing now to work his way into the bomb set in a 1-on-3 situation. Nope. Volcano pulls it off, and it's going to be 3D picking up their first round, and now it's 11-8. 3D beginning to make some headway towards that achievable goal of moving on to the grand finals.
All right, well, Complexity really needs to finish this off right now. They need to win this map. It's so important to them to start picking up some momentum. They are going to be able to get a few guns there. I think that's probably Storm dropping a couple guns there on the ground for Complexity. They need to try and outsmart Team 3D, and they need to start getting some more kills on entry into sites. Entry kills is what's killing Complexity right now. They're entering into sites, they're getting rocked. So they went to try to go to the A site last round. 3D had guns, they just took them all down. I mean, it was the back and forth, but you got to come out on top of that back and forth, and that's what makes a team win. It sounds obvious, it sounds like a John Madden thing to say, but it's the truth. So 3D going to be setting up over at that A bomb site, the netted bomb site. We got Severs over there. K-Sharp watching in middle with the op. It looks like Method playing rotator between the CT spawn area and the B site. Garozo and Kim going to be playing over that B site. K-Sharp opening it up with an op shot onto Fraud. Warden going to try and come around that middle. Trip making his way up the middle as well. Warden creeping up onto K-Sharp. K-Sharp going to go all the way back around the CT spawn, come up on the library. Warden watching that library door. He's going to come in the corner, but Method takes him out from CT spawn. Exodus dropping into the pit, taking down Severs. Storm going to get that bomb plant that is 3 versus 4 right now for Team Complexity. Storm getting the bomb down. Exodus is in the pit. Garozo, So, and Miller all coming out of the library. Kim coming out of middle. Trip going to be in window room. I'm not sure whether they know he's there or not, but here comes Volcano around the corner, anticipating Trip right there. Trip going to take down 1,
man.
make that 2, as Garozo and Kim both get defaced by Corey Trip Dodd. Going to be just K-Sharp left alive now for the Team 3D, and he's going to have 11 health, trying to get an off shot here. Can he get an exit kill? We'll have to see, but Cole will take the round, making the score 11-9 overall.
Yeah, you know, a great played round there by 3D. I thought they were going to be able to get that, but Tripp's individual effort was just enough to keep 3D from resecuring that bomb site. So now we are in an 11-9 score. Complexity is inching their way back, fighting their way back round by round, wanting to get back into this game. And they're doing a pretty good job of it so far, Jeff, as they continue to make progress, pick away, kind of chip away at that score that 3D had built up so well in that first half. It was 10-5 heading in to the second half, and now we're at an 11-9 score, so they continue now to be able to just chip away at that lead. Play now continuing to roll along as Complexity will set up their offense. Once again, 5-on-5 is the scenario, as we're going to see what Complexity can do. They're going to put, looks like they want to once again push that covered bomb site. They're having some really good success over there. 3D, however, has pretty much shut down that banana bomb site with little to no ease, as Cole has not been able to really do much over there. But Cole's pretty much had their way into the covered bomb site. So wondering what's going to happen, wondering how they're going to be able to attack this site. Well, we're going to find out here in just a few seconds. Cole still setting up their offense. pretty slow this time. Now it looks like they want to work that banana hall, and that's indeed what they're going to do. Volcano is actually going to be over there kind of all by himself, it looks like, and this could be bad here for 3D. Here comes the insertion into banana, making the Volcano's going to pick up a frag. 2 in a row. Volcano getting the important entry kills. Here comes the 3D rotation. If they can continue to do this, now Volcano's just holding on for his team to back him up. Storm gets the bomb planted, but here comes 3D, and they have the man advantage to be able to try to retake this site. Let's see if that's indeed what they can do. 3D Method making his way into the side hall at that bomb site, bomb site area. Here he goes, working around the boxes. 1, 2 in a row. K-Sharp pulling off the off frag on Exodus. Warden gets one back. Beautiful job. 1-on-1. Oh, and Warden 2-on-1. 3-on-1. Oh, wow. My goodness. Warden gets it done. That is individual effort, Jeff.
All right, well, Complexity, they have some individual frags after individual, and individual stars are pulling the team right now, and they really need to get some team effort in. Those entry kills by Volcano almost ended that round for Team Complexity. I mean, I think Team 3D should have won that round if it wasn't for the individual effort there that Warden put in.
3D should have had that round for sure.
Yeah. So the score's going to be 11-10 overall, almost tied up here for Team Complexity, and it's getting really close, Dale, and it's getting pretty exciting right now. Warden coming up big, so maybe they can use that shift to their advantage and start to try and win some rounds here.
Right now, this round right here is important for 3D just because of the fact that 3D needs to shut the momentum down.
Right.
They're on a save.
Right, so it looks like Warden is going to be in the window room right now. We're going to have Storm and Exodus making their way into the apartments. They're about to come up that staircase here. We have Method in the pit at the netted A bomb site. Stevers and Garoza are going to be hanging out in counter-terrorist spawn. Kim in library. K-Sharp in the moto pit. So it looks like Warden going to be coming around that corner, coming out of the window room, and here comes Storm and Exodus pushing up into the apartment. Fraud and Trip going to be making their way around right-hand side middle here with Warden. So it looks like they're going to meet up as a team and time it here. So 3 come around right-hand middle, and 2 come out into the pit right now. So let's see. Here they come. Looks like the Fraud going to get the entry kill there onto K-Sharp. That was in Moto Pit. Fraud going to take down Method as well in the pit. Kim going to be in the library. Severs and Garoza still a head stacked in CT spawn. Kim with the one-shot Deagle headshot onto Warden. But Trip going to reply onto Kim, and now it's a 4 versus 2. Severs and Garoza need to try and take down Complexity, and it looks like Severs going to take some damage there. Garoza going down. Let's see if we can find Severs. Trip's going to go to work, and it looks like individual effort after individual effort. But Complexity, good execution that round. Very good execution, Daryl. Taking it into the A site right there, and they're going to tie it up at 11-11.
You know, they worked that strat very slow. It almost seemed like they thought 3D was going to be on a gun round. I'm not too sure. Generally, you know, in a save run on this map, you can pretty much secure that B bomb site, or the A bomb site, excuse me, the banana bomb site pretty easily, but they played it pretty slow, ran a really nice strat, and, you know, you almost kind of think it's wasted because, I mean, they had pistols, so we'll have to see now how this works out. 3D on a gun round again, and this is going to be the determining factor at this point for the match. We're tied up 11-11, and 3D needs to get this match back in control. Let's see if they can do it. Seaver starts us off on Warden, and we're going to have a 4-on-5 power play for Team 3D. Complexity now beginning to make their way. They want to make their way into the A bomb site through banana. That's exactly what they're going to do. Trip, nice job there. Method answers the call, so Fraud's out of there, and that could be huge. Rambo makes the rotation over with the rest of his team. The bomb will get planted, and let's see if 3D can get in there and get that defusal. Rambo and company flashing, smoking, and HEs all over the place. They want to be able to get in there, retake this site, reclaim the site in a 4-on-3. We just seen this a few rounds ago. Storm disposing of K-Sharp. Method answers the call on Exodus now. Is Warden still alive? No, he's not, so the Warden factor's out of there, but the Trip factor's still in effect. Last man standing is Method in a 1-on-2. Method's not going to be able to get it done as Trip pulls it off, and now Complexity retakes the lead. And this is the first time they had a lead in quite some time, Jeff. 12-11. This is huge right now. 3D kind of has to go in panic mode at this point.
This is intense. This is very, very intense right now, Daryl. And that was an intense last round. I honestly thought that Complexity, they got the bomb down and everything, and it was those the kills that they were able to get on as Team 3D retook the site. It was good communication that time and good teamwork that allowed them to win that round. So right now, let's take a look right now at what Team Complexity is able to do. Looks like 3D is going to have 4 men stacked up over at this A site. Warden going to open up the round with a shot onto Severs. That's going to be in the apartments. Garozo and Kim going to be right middle. K-Sharp going to be left middle. Fraud and Warden going to be in there. K-Sharp with the Deagle headshot onto Warden. Fraud going to be right around that corner. Miller and Kim. Garozo still all hanging out in middle. Trip, Fraud, go to work onto Garozo and Miller. K-Sharp, excuse me, Kim going to take down Fraud as well. Going to be Method coming down B right now. Trip is set up there waiting for him. Let's take a look right now at Corey Dodd. He's going to be right around the corner here as Method should come around here in just a second. Let's see where Method is. They're both right around the corner from each other, so we'll see here in just a second. Trip only has 16 health, Method at 100, and so it's going to be just Method left alive along with, nope, now Method's the last one, and Trip's going to finish him off. Exodus dropping an 8 onto Kim there, and it looks like they're going to pull even further into the lead. 13-1 is the score, and we should be moving into tie point situation. All Complexity needs is one more round, and we're in tie point, and then one more round, and we're on game point.
13-11 Complexity, after getting pretty much dominated the first half, has done some domination of their own here in the second half. Now for 3D, not too sure if they were on I believe they were on a save round last time. Yeah, now they're able to buy. Let's see if they can capitalize here. This is the buy round. This is an important round. 13-11. They win this 13-12. Swings some momentum back in favor. Beautiful shot by Method, opening up on Fraud, and that's the way you need to start it. The power play now in favor of 3D. Play continues to roll along. 3D holding a 5-on-4 man advantage, and they set up their defense. Let's see what Complexity is going to do offensively. They're going to send a couple of guys in the middle. They're pushed off. Warden's all up in that covered bomb site area like nobody's business. Kyle coming around the corner. They're about to meet up right there. Beautiful job by Method on Trip, locking it down, and he's doing a great job. Method with another frag, and he is single-handedly locking down that banana bomb site. Warden picks it up on Sievers, a 2-on-4 scenario, and here we go. Cole making their way into the B bomb site area, covered bomb site, pulling out the bomb. Exodus pipes it in and gets the bomb planted. Now it's up to 3D on a 4-on-2. Warden makes it a 3-on-2 as Rambo goes down in the field, and let's see what Method and company do. Method's been single-handedly taking this round into his control. Kyle pulls it off. Volcano gets the final frag, and it's going to be 8-2, making the overall score 13-12 now. So now it's a whole new ball game.
All right, well, we'll have to see the Complexity money situation. They've won 2 or 3 rounds in a row, Daryl. I think they may have, in fact, enough money to buy as my water wears thin. Let's take a look right now at Team Complexity. Looks like they will be dropping guns for each other. Not sure what that means in terms of nades and armor and head armor. But Complexity right now, they need to take it back. They need to pick that momentum back up. It's going back and forth now a little bit, and Complexity needs to get it done. Exodus and Warden making their way up alternate middle right now. Fraud going to be making his way into middle. They can't get picked off by Method again. They can't allow themselves to do that. It just wears their numbers too thin, and then even if they try and take the bomb set, it doesn't work out very well. Exodus going to be in apartments. Making his way up the staircase right now. Warden in the connector between alternate middle and middle. Storm going to be making his way up alternate middle to meet up with Warden. Maybe boost into the window. Trip and Fraud hanging out in middle. Going to be Kim and Sievers on their own at the netted bomb site. K-Sharp going to be playing in counter-terrorist spawn for Team 3D. He's up into the left of middle. And Method going to be playing watching down B along with Volcano. So it looks like we're going to send 3 members in the middle right now. They're smoking. Here they come around the corner. Warden popping K-Sharp right in the face. And Exodus and Storm setting up here to drop into the pit. Sievers and Kim going to be right there at that netted bomb site.
Taking too long.
And here we go. They're waiting a while. They're waiting for the rotation, and it's not coming quite yet. As Trip takes down Sievers, Storm going to drop Kim. Going to move into that netted bomb site right now. Get that bomb planted. Garozo going to be right around the corner, and I think he may save his weapon as we're moving dangerously close for Team Complexity right now. So Complexity going to get that bomb down, and they're going to go ahead and fan out, trying to find the last members of 3D and hopefully get their guns so that 3D is forced to save next round. And then we would be on game point situation for Team Complexity if they were to win that next round. Method going to get an shot off there onto Fraud. Hopefully Trip won't peek and get taken down as well if Complexity wants to have a chance to come back. So we'll see. Garozo going to take down Warden. Bomb will still go off. And Complexity will still win the round, but some exit kills there for Team 3D from all the way across the map. So Daryl, over to you.
And Method picking up another one, and that's pretty costly right there for Complexity. I mean, they went off. When you lose the first guy, you generally decide, okay, cool, we'll kind of let it sit. But they lost 3 members there, so they're forced to buy 3 guns in this next round. It is going to be 14-12, and we'll see if that plays into this at all. 3D now has the task of basically swinging momentum back into their favor once again. Complexity now, they have momentum, and they just need to ride it a little bit longer here. They're just 2 rounds away from winning DE Inferno and forcing the 3rd and final decisive map on Dust 2. Complexity setting up their offense very slow, very, very slowly this time. Not ready to commit to anything. They're going to send 4 guys over there into the banana hallway, and it looks like we're going to see 3D play a more laid-back style of defense. That could play in their favor if they try to rush banana hall, because they'll have all 5 members to be able to retake that site. Volcano going to move himself in the position now. Method also hanging out, and here comes Complexity. They work their way up banana into that A bomb site. Here we go, and let's see what they do. Fraud and grenades and everything coming into that bomb site, and here comes the insertion. Fraud making his way around, and there it is. Method perfectly positioned there to pick off Fraud as he tried to come around behind this 3D team. Complexity's trip picking off Volcano, and it's going to be a 4-on-4. The bomb has been planted. Here comes 3D's rotation back over towards that bomb site area. And they're going to all push in through that side alleyway. K-Sharp, Dominator, Trip answers, Rambo chimes in. Last man standing is going to be Storm, picks off one. There's Dominator, though, and we're going to be back into a 14-13 game. Man, Jeff, it doesn't get much more exciting than this as 3D once again comes through and being positioned back there the way that they were, playing a laid-back style of defense allowed them to retake that site because they didn't lose both of their guys in the initial push into the bomb site.
All right, well, we are looking at a 14-13 score right now, so Complexity very, very close to being in a game point situation right now. Let's see what Complexity is going to do. They still can buy guns. They're not in any money trouble. If they lose this round, they could be, but we'll have to evaluate that as it comes. Fraud trying to get a pick out there on the Method, not going to happen for him. Method, I'm not sure how smart that was. I mean, Method did get those kills that one round, but anyway, we're going to follow Complexity right now. There, looks like we have 2 coming apartments. That's going to be Exodus with the bomb and Storm. In the pit, we have Kim and Garozzo for the 3D team. Coming up middle, we have Fraud, Warden, and Trip. They like to work this middle halls, apartments area, and then head into the netted bomb site. Seaver's going to be playing inside, so we got 3 over here at this netted bomb site, and K-Sharp not far away. Here comes Complexity into the netted bomb site. Garozzo going to take down Warden. Garozzo taking down Fraud as well. Here comes Storm. Kim dropping Trip. Storm taking out Kim, but Seavers takes down Storm. It's going to be just Exodus with 16 health. Going to get a nade thrown up into the apartments by Garozzo, and 3D will pick up another, tying it at 14-14.
You know, well played by Volcano. He was in a pretty obvious spot. They never even checked there, though. He was on that little ledge in the pit, and you want to know what? That's just cold. Just they let him. I mean, they let him do that, and he ended up picking off 3 frags, and now we're in a situation where 3D has once again swung the momentum back in their favor. Can they continue it? Can they keep it up? They need just one more round to force at least an overtime at this point, and if not, they win the next 2. That's it. Game over. Cole goes home. 3D goes to Singapore. Let's see what Complexity is going to do. They're going to push 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, and it looks like they could possibly be on a save run, and indeed they are. So here comes K-Sharp. 1, 2, 3 in a row, 4 in a row, 5 in a row. K-Sharp with the ace. Thanks for coming out. The best Cole can do is tie and force an overtime. And this all rides on this last round, Jeff, and you want to know what? It's all yours. All right, well, we are in the final round of regulation play, and the best we could hope for Team Complexity is overtime, and the best 3D could hope for is a victory right now. Complexity, the #1 ranked team in the world, crumbling down on their knees at the hands of Team 3D after losing the first map, and we are looking at 1 round. We'll put this win in the hands of Team 3D, so Complexity absolutely positively needs this round. Warden getting boosted into the window. Storm going to be watching in the connector between alternate middle and middle. Fraud, Trip, and X is going to be at the bottom of banana. K-Sharp, it looks like he's going to be playing between counter-terrorist, spawn, and middle. Kim going to be in the netted bomb site, as well as Seavers in the pit for Team 3D. Method going to be playing by the archway here, watching down B. He's going to spot 3 down banana. Frog going to open up the round with a kill on the Method. Garozzo replies, taking down Trip. Garozzo going to fall back into the banana site. K-Sharp's already there, trying to set up a little crossfire here on B, but Fraud and X is going to fall back, head up middle, meet up with his teammates Warden and Storm, and decide where to go from there. Kim and Seavers still hanging out at this netted bomb site right now. Seavers going to be in the pit. Kim going to be by Moto Pit. Seavers from the pit takes down Exodus. Storm and Fraud. They're on right middle. Oh!
Kim takes down both as they line up. Warden going to be the last man standing for Team Complexity. Can 3D
and that's
win?
it!
Yes, and it is very fitting that K-Sharp will pull off that final kill after winning that ace, guys. And Team 3D will be Team USA at WCG World Finals 2005 in Singapore.
Absolutely phenomenal job by Team 3D. Once again, this is going to be the 4th straight year that they're going to represent the United States at the World Cyber Games. Congratulations to them. We got some Warcraft 3 coming up, guys, here. World Cyber Game 2005 United States Finals, Team 3D to represent the U.S. in Singapore.